Is a scenario most people can't even fathom, sitting in prison for years, even decades, for a crime you did not commit. But that was the reality for Kenneth Ireland, and today he is asking the state for millions of dollars in compensation for all of those wasted years. News 8's Ken Pierce live in Hartford this noon with the very latest on this still developing story. Ken.
And Keith, we've never had a hearing before in Connecticut like the one that's going on in the Legislative Office building back there. That's because only recently in Connecticut have we had a statute to govern what happens when someone is wrongly convicted and how you repay them for all the years of their life that they've lost. Kenneth Ireland is who this is about. He was convicted in the 1986 murder of Barbara Pelkey in Wallingford. He then served 21 years in prison before the Innocence Project found that DNA from the crime scene actually pointed to another man. That guy is now behind bars, and Ken Ireland was released in 2009. He filed a claim for $8 million with the state, and the way it now works, the state's claims commissioner, J. Paul Vance, holds this evidentiary hearing that's going on right now, and his testimony that he hears will help him determine how big a check Ireland is going to get. So far, we've heard from one of the lawyers who helped prove his innocence, and from Ireland's mother, who reminded us that even though he's a middle-aged man now, Ireland was just a teenager when he went to live in a maximum security prison.
He was just scared. He was a scared kid. And he's in there with all these people, and it just extreme frustration that it's like being a child and being told, you know, you accuse your child of doing something wrong that they didn't do, and you tell them to go to their room for 30 years.
Ireland himself is going to take the stand in about 10 minutes. He'll talk about his case and about what it was like, an innocent man living in a tiny cell with an actual murderer as a cellmate. And now how he spent time in solitary, how he lost part of a finger in some jailhouse violence. The commissioner says he will not make a decision about what amount he's going to award Ireland today. That decision could take weeks because he's got to talk about it with the state budget folks about whether they can afford the amount he comes up with. For some perspective, about 7 years ago, the state awarded $5 million to a man who spent 18 years in jail wrongly accused of rape, but that was before the state had these statutes that govern, well, the hearing that's going on right now. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens out of this. We're live in Hartford this afternoon. I'm Kent Pierce. Back to you.